spell features were different.
Hey, it's Alirien, and today we are making, as you have probably guessed by now, we're starting a theme here. I am making the wreath for Midsummer, which is of course the summer solstice. This year it falls on the 21st of June, even though it already feels like we're in the dead of summer because of how hot it has been and how humid it has been. And how stormy. Summer technically starts on the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year and the shortest night of the year. I've certainly got enough material to work with here, and I'm excited for this one. I think these colors are going to look really interesting. I'll kind of go through what I've got here, as I tend to do, and I'll list off various of the correspondences as I'm working so that you can get some ideas of what you might want to do as far as decoration or celebration for Midsummer when it comes around. I guess I'll start from the top of the pile first and work my way down. I did find this very lovely metal sun piece, which I am going to fix to the wreath frame as securely as possible with floral wire. This is certainly the biggest and heaviest piece I've tried to attach to one of these, but I'm eager to see if I can get this to work. If I can, I think it'll add an extra interesting touch to the center of the wreath. My basic plan here is start with the ribbon and braid that around the wreath frame. I'll fix the sun in place with the wire, and then I will fill out space with the flowers and other pieces that I have here. I have more butterflies because that was the most interesting fauna I could find apart from a single yellow bird. I found these butterflies in bright pinks and purples and a teal and a white on clearance, so they were only about $5, and then I got this set, I think for about $13 or $14. These were full retail price. Warm red, orange, yellow, gold tones are all very much in the correspondence list for this particular sabbat. I got 2 bunches of lemons. They are in the color scheme, as well as any citrus fruit are very much associated with this time of year. And lemons are also a bit of a southern association. We have a lot of Meyer lemon trees down here. I would have liked to find some small oranges because we have a lot of satsumas here in Louisiana as well. There's a really interesting story that comes from our state history as to why we have so many satsumas, but lemons will do for a nice bright pop of summery yellow. I got some sprigs of plastic rosemary. I think will help to fill out with some green to balance out the really warm reds and oranges and yellows, and the amount of white that's actually going to be on this wreath as well, which you'll see what I mean in a moment. I did also get the idea that I'm either going to dab bits of the wreath with some scented like rosemary oil or citrus oil, or I will get some dried rosemary or other herbs to fit into the wreath to make it a bit more fragrant. I don't know how long that would last in our heat, unfortunately. I'm sure it would last no more than a couple of hours, but I think it would be an interesting touch, at least for the first couple of days. I did find this piece at the second store that I went to. It's effectively a butterfly bush, but pieces of it look kind of like lavender, which is also associated with Midsummer. So that'll be also a nice way to balance out the warm colors that are going to be taking up most of this wreath. We've got some very sweet little daisies here. Daisies were one of the specifically listed flowers for Midsummer. And I did successfully find some magnolias, which are going to be my feature floral. They weren't specifically listed for Midsummer, but they are heavily associated not just with Louisiana, but with Louisiana summers. They're definitely a mid to late summer bloom. Magnolias are very, very symbolic for me in my personal life. We have a magnolia tree on our property that my dad planted in honor of his and my mother's wedding, and that one still stands. He did plant a second one to mark my birth, but that one started looking like it wasn't going to do too well, and so he went ahead and took it out preemptively. I plan to plant a couple more magnolia trees, and they're just a good, beautiful, fragrant flower. Here is our wreath frame. I liked that it was kind of different. It's a lighter tone from these sort of grapevine ones that I got for the last couple of wreaths. It's got a more interesting shaping to it because everything is woven and twisted in a more distinct pattern. We'll see how easily I'm able to actually get things through here. That's been the toughest part of building these wreaths, is getting the stems and the wire of the floral pieces to actually work their way through the frame. I will do the best I can. Here are the ribbons that I got for this one. This beautiful gold metallic lace, the red and white gingham, and this satin finish orange. Lots of warmth, lots of bright, bold, vibrant, summery colors. I'll go ahead and shush and we'll start building this thing. You can look online for information about Midsummer, traditions, history, correspondences, etc., and find sources upon sources, blog posts upon blog posts, listing off the various options that you have. And of course, as I mentioned with Bieltana, and I believe I mentioned this with Ostara, but if I didn't, I should have, you can of course substitute things that make more sense for you in whatever area you're from, or in your mentality, in your spirituality. You are free to use whatever symbols in decorating, whatever activities in celebrating that make the most sense to you. For instance, magnolias are not directly listed as a flower for Midsummer associations. It wasn't in the list that I looked at, but I associate magnolias with Louisiana summer, so that is why I used magnolias. Deities most commonly associated with the time. Pretty much anybody associated with the sun, summer, fire, fertility, marriage. Animal symbols, we have bees, cattle, butterflies, hawks and eagles, horses, swallows, wrens, and other summer plentiful birds. People will light bonfires, fairies, and the sheath, of course. Most herbs, basically anything that grows, and especially that flourishes in mid to late summer. The sun itself, spinning wheels, colors. As I mentioned before, anything warm, so golds, oranges, reds, and yellows. You also have green, and you have white. Herb associations, really any herbs, but these are some slightly more specific ones. Cinnamon, foxglove, mistletoe, mugwort, rosemary, St. John's wort, vervain, and yarrow. Flowers, chamomile, daisy, heather, lavender, marigold, meadowsweet, and rose. Stones and crystals, carnelian, citrine, diamond, emerald, jade, peridot, and tiger's eye. Food and drink, berries, cheese, cinnamon toast, or any other food made with cinnamon, grapes, honey, lemon, orange, peach, pear, pine nuts, pumpernickel bread, spinach, summer squash, sunflower seeds, and sun-dried tomatoes, ale, lemonade, mead, milk, specifically to leave out for the fairy folk, mint or sun tea, and of course wine. Midsummer, and I'm pretty pleased with it. It's definitely the busiest wreath that I have made so far out of the three, but I really like it. I'm really proud of it. I think my skill with bending wire and finding the right spots to stick things has really been improving incrementally as I keep doing this, and I'm just that much more excited for the next one for Lunasa. Ooh, sorry, I'm squinting. It's really bright out here. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think of the wreath and what sort of thing you're gonna do to celebrate the summer solstice. If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend going and checking out my other wreath making videos, such as the one from Bieltana. It may give you some more ideas of things that you could do to decorate or celebrate the upcoming Sabbats. If you'd like to see more content and stay up to date on all of my videos as they premiere here on this channel, be sure to hit subscribe and ring that little notification bell to turn on all notifications so you never miss a single one. If you'd like to find portals to where I'm active on other social media planes, my link tree is down in the descriptive tone below. And if you'd like to further contribute to projects like this in the future being able to happen, my Patreon starts at $1 a month. The link to that is also in the link tree. Thanks again, and I'll see y'all again very soon with another video. Keep aiming, my loves. Mwah! to come in here and distract me. Yeah. Yes, I know. You're both very sweet. Find a place to settle down, my love.